Hi everyone, this is going to be the part 2 of my home lab series. In the part 1 I told you guys that I got this Dell PowerEdge R320 server for my home lab and I gave you guys a quick walkthrough what is missing and what I got in 25 USD. I'm gonna share the link of the part 1 video in the description so you guys can go and check that video out. In this video I am planning to do few other things, but first and foremost I wanted to start this and I want to see the power consumption because that's something which I have heard a lot, that server consumes a lot of power. So I'm gonna just power it on and I have installed a smart plug so that I can monitor the watt, how much it is consuming. There is other thing which is a common concern with server setup is about their noise levels. So we're gonna power this on and we'll see how much noise is it producing. The other thing is that I removed this optical drive so that I can install this solid state drive. So the idea is I'm gonna install Proxmox in this and make this as my bootable drive. And all these hard disks will be used for storage purpose only. So yes, just a quick recap. I'm gonna do Proxmox installation. I'm gonna install this SSD drive and make it as bootable. I'll also try to pass through these hard disks to Proxmox directly because I'm planning to install TrueNAS. And I want my physical drives to be seen by the Proxmox instead of doing hardware controller and creating virtual drives. And I'm also going to install this NVMe SSD adapter so that I can use one of my NVMe SSD as part of my probably caching layer, or I'll just make it as a storage pool itself. Cool, so first thing first, I'm going to just power this on and we'll see how much noise is it making. Yeah, it's quite noisy. So it does slow down a little bit more, but just to be sure, once we'll install everything, then we're gonna check how much noise is it making. Right now, it's still noisy. I can't keep it in my office, but we're gonna see after doing all the installation and installing all the drives and everything. While filming this, I literally got my parcel just now. So I got this caddy. Basically the idea is I'm gonna replace this one with this and I'm gonna install my SSD inside this. You can get this from Amazon easily. I got this one in $8. I have these two 16 gig RAM, so I'm gonna just install this. And lastly, I'm gonna install this NVMe adapter in one of the PCI slot here, along with this 2 TB NVMe SSD. Now let's start this thing. The jet plane is on. For the power consumption, it looks like while doing nothing, it's still consuming above 60 watts. For the Proxmox installation, it's quite straightforward. I just need the ISO image of the Proxmox and I need a software called as Rufus. I'm gonna put the link in the description for both of these things. But once I download the latest ISO image from the Proxmox site, the other thing I need is this Rufus software so that I can make my USB bootable and I can install that ISO image in that. The way to do that is once you download the ISO image and the Rufus software, you're gonna see the USB device which you have plugged in your system. You're gonna select your ISO image, in this case it's going to be Proxmox, and then we'll click on start and it would make my USB device which is plugged into my system as a bootable drive. The Proxmox USB is plugged in, so I'll go into the UEFI boot menu now. I should see my USB. Yeah, here it is. So let's boot from this device. and here it is, Proxmox. So I'm gonna use the graphical interface to install this. I'll just do a quick installation of this now. It should be as easy as just filling up a form and getting started with this. As I just have one SSD, that's why it's showing me just one SSD. So I'm gonna leave it as is and click on next. Let's do a quick login. I'm on my laptop now. Let's use the Proxmox IP here. Great, it looks like it's working. Nice. Cool, so we are into a server. I am able to access it remotely. I don't have to connect my monitor and keyboard and stuff. So NVMe is recognized. All my hard disks are online. Let's see if the RAM size is also increased. Summary. Great. So yeah, we can see there is from 8 gig it's been upgraded to 40. And I think rest everything looks good. So I think we are good in this video. In the next video I'm gonna install TrueNAS as VM in my Proxmox, and I'm gonna pass through all my disks which we just saw in the TrueNAS directly, so that I can create RAID, mirroring, whatever the strategy we want to do for the storage. We can do that in TrueNAS instead of doing it on the RAID controller or doing it on Proxmox. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.